What's up, guys? We're back once again. We are finally going to be talking about the latest episode of Digimon Adventure 2020. Now, we are going to be talking about episode 50, but if you guys have not seen episode 50, I do highly recommend you guys click off the video, come back, and check it out. But I do highly recommend you guys go check this out because this episode was absolutely incredible. And we leave off right where we see on the very last episode where we see War Greymon returns to help the gang, and he starts trying to attack Millenniumon, but unfortunately the group has been sucked into like this portal slash almost like containment unit, and we see where how it went before they were sucked up. That Tai and Agumon were falling from the sky, and they of course asked each other, "Are you okay?" And they both agreed that they can still fight. So we do have a scene where they transform. We see that, and then that's when they start attacking, and they try to use everything they can to go against Millenniumon, but unfortunately, Millenniumon is, I believe how you pronounce it, is just so powerful that he keeps knocking War Greymon back. And then we see where everyone, including Gatomon, is even stating like, no matter what you do, this prison will basically encamp us for however long and sucking out their energy. And Matt is like, okay, look, I'm not going to stand by and have him do this, and we're going to be on our own, because they now know he's alive, and they keep using, so they start transforming, everyone starts fighting to try to get out. They just start trying to use all the power they can to compress whatever energy to stop Millenniumon from using their energy to, of course, keep fighting. And what we see is they start fighting, War Greymon starts fighting, but then we see where War Greymon gives everything he has in one last blow. Unfortunately, he gets repelled back one last time, and right when it looks like he's about ready to go out once again, somehow he keeps, like, everyone just hears Tai, and Tai hears them, and we see where almost a mega evolution is about ready to happen with Angelmon as well as Angel Woman. Now, they use, I guess, whatever their power to give War Greymon enough speed slash strength for that holy power to go through Millenniumon's defenses and be able to attack him and finally be able to go through it. And he just starts breaking through it, dodging his arms, his rays, and then as soon as he's able to finally break through, we see the massive involvement with Gaudramon, as well as, I want to say, the evolutionary evolve of Angel Woman. So we see the two ones, and they start evolving, and they form crystal energy balls to protect the group while they are fighting Millenniumon. And this fight was insane. I think what I really enjoyed was CGI. Now, again, seeing these two characters finally making an appearance in Digimon was absolutely incredible. But the only problem I have is I wish they would have done this at some point. And I think the original Digimon series, I'm not entirely sure if they did. I'm going to have to look into it. Don't quote me on that, guys. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I did enjoy this episode because we do see a massive fight between these two godlike Digimon as well as Millenniumon, because finally they're facing Millenniumon after thousands of years or however long. And then finally, when they're fighting him, they're actually, it's almost like they're not really power scaling, but at the same time, they're going back and forth to where it's even meshed in a way, even though there's 2-on-1. And we see where Leomon and the rest, I would say, refugees, is still trying to hold off against this battle and be able just to watch. And finally, when everything starts getting worse in the Earth and or the digital world, that it gets so bad that we finally see that everyone, it's just that the digital world is almost crumbling, it's becoming on fire. And then finally, when the light of hope starts to shine around all the Digimon, it gives them enough energy to try to destroy Millenniumon one final swoop. And then they finally look like they're about to, but then when it almost looks like he's about ready to die, we see where he comes back, or like half of him comes back, like half his body's still alive, and they give the rest of their power to War Greymon to give the final blow, because they even say it ain't just because of us, it's also because of everybody else, so we have to use all our power to finally give him out in one failed attack. which does work because we do see where he finally gives them a huge attack and a huge one strike blow from all the Digimon that they've met, all the ones they've battled, all the ones they've saved, all the ones that they've become friends with. Feels like it just goes into War Greymon, all the power, all the light, all the hope, all the love, all the courage to finally be able to beat Melemon. And when he finally does, Tai and Agumon fall back down to the ground. They start waking up, and we see where the group starts coming to them. And of course, Kara goes to her brother because, finding out that her brother's alive, after being so distraught, obviously, like her brother thought her brother was dead. And finding out that he's not, he is alive. And so we do see where she finally gives a neck massage, the same thing with Agumon. And Agumon, it's funny because it was cute though, because honestly, Agumon wears his with pride, like, oh yeah. And and Ty's like, oh man, like I didn't really expect this, but he kind of just laughs it off, and the group's just laughing at him because again, they're happy to have their friend back, they're happy to have their leader back. But it was a very good episode. The only thing I can say is for so-called two leader Digimon, Patamon and Gatomon, they have a lot of doubt, and that was pretty interesting that there was so much doubt into these two characters that it really made me wonder, like, okay, these two are supposed to be supposable leaders, but there's so much doubt into these two characters that it's insane. So I don't know, maybe that's just me thinking that, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking, I don't know. But again, that's just my opinion. Again, I do love these characters, but I don't like how they keep wanting to change the narrative of, this should be the leader. Because honestly, I'm glad that it went back to Tai and Wolfgreymon, because they are the initial leaders besides Matt of the group, and I think that's where it should lie. So again, that's just my opinion, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like on the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Also, it boosts against the algorithm, so that way this video can get out to more Digimon fans such as yourselves, as well as also click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Happy Memorial Weekend to all you guys as well. If you guys celebrate it, be careful, be safe, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.